The roar of the crowd swelled as the auction began in earnest. Coin purses jingled. Nobles leaned forwards in their seats, and the sand of the great arena seemed too vibrant with anticipation. Each name was called, was met with cheers or laughter. The prisoners paraded like livestock beneath the merciless suns. The party stood rigid among the crowd, nerves stretched tight as bowstrings. Then it happened. Ogbog! Every eye snapped to the stage. Ogbog was hurled forward, chains clanking as he planted his feet in the sand. Back straight and chin lifted despite his captivity. The tension amongst his companions was immediate. Wilhelm's hand twitched towards his weapon. Eldrelon's jaw clenched, and Shadowfang's gaze swept the arena, already mapping escape routes and kill zones. Before the auctioneer could speak, a sharply dressed attendant hurried forward and whispered urgently in his ear. The auctioneer froze. A moment passed. Then he raised his hand. "This lot is withdrawn." A wave of confusion rippled through the crowd as Ogbog and Arden were abruptly pulled aside and marched away through the side gate, guards closing ranks around them. "Unfortunately," the auctioneer announced, forcing a smile, "these two will not be taking part today." Whispers erupted, displeased, curious, but greed quickly reclaimed the crowd. The auction continued. Next came Lucius. The party erupted into protest. They shouted his family name, his lineage, his station. Randall's voice rang loudest, fury breaking through all restraint. Dalamar joined in, spitting defiance and curses at the sands. No one cared. Bids began immediately, climbing higher and higher, far beyond anything the party could afford. Gold flowed freely, laughter following each raised price. Then the final bid came. From the back of the arena, an elderly man stood, flanked by palace guards, with a younger man at his side. His voice was calm and assured. The crowd fell silent. The hammer struck. Lucius and Dalamar were sold. They were taken away at once, chains tightened, guards closing in around them with practiced efficiency. The party stood frozen. Two paths lay before them, Ogbog and Arden, or Lucius and Dalamar. The choice was made for them. Without hesitation, Randall turned and followed, marching after his lord with grim resolve. The others followed. They trailed the group through winding streets, keeping distance, slipping through crowds and alleyways. Time blurred as their chase stretched on until the looming base of the Great Pyramid filled their vision. The elderly man and his escort passed through the guarded doors and vanished inside. At the entrance, Jojo slipped into invisibility, vanishing with a whispered incantation as the others lingered in the shadows. He followed them inside. But then... "I see you, little one." Jojo froze mid-step. The old man had stopped, turned, and stared directly at him. Slowly, Jojo dropped his invisibility. Shock etched across his face. "These are your companions?" "Yes?" the man asked calmly. Jojo nodded. "I mean them no harm," the man said. "Come, all of you. There are things we must discuss." Reluctantly, weapons close at hand, the party entered the pyramid. They were led high within the structure to a private study lined with ancient texts. The guards removed the chains from Lucius and Dalamar, returning their belongings shortly after. The man finally introduced himself. "Nuras, 6th seat of the Council of 10, advisor to King Baka." He spoke of the world approaching a tipping point, of something ancient and magical stirring once more. Something he could feel had already touched them. A heavy silence followed. The party exchanged looks. Finally, Wilhelm spoke, recounting the orbs and the pale creature they had encountered days earlier. Nuras listened carefully, saying little. When the meeting ended, they parted on uneasy but civil terms. Their task unfinished, the party returned to the fighting pits. The auction had ended, but the games were about to begin. They took their seats among the crowd once more, not as spectators, but as hunters, watching, waiting, and planning